What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ed Barcero, Philly, uniter of all things sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. And guys, we are now less than 24 hours away until the Philadelphia Phillies complete another season. And obviously, the season is far from any other season in the past. We're talking about 60 games this year, not 162, but 60 games thanks to the coronavirus. We are now going to play a 60-game season. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Phillies do going forward in this shortened season. Before we get started, guys, it would mean the world to me if you would like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help me grow. Now, usually when I do preview videos or any video in general, I usually have my microphone, I have my camera set up, I have a little bit more equipment. But right now we are going through a little bit of technical difficulties, you can say. Right now my MacBook is acting up a little bit. We're having some technological issues, but I still wanted to get a video out there. I'm really excited for the Philadelphia Phillies season, so I'm not the type of person that's going to sit back and just not do anything. So we're just using my phone, my AirPods for a microphone here today, so we can talk about the Phillies here because this is the type of team this year with the Phillies that it could go either one or two ways. I think it could go really well, or it can go really bad, sort of like it did last season. So instead of diving in deep, what I usually do for most of my preview videos, what I'm just going to do is just give you my honest opinion and just want to talk about and tell you guys what I think the Phillies will do in this shortened 60-game season for Major League Baseball. So, right off the bat last year, we got to look at what the issues were because, a lot of the same pieces are still coming back from last season. And one has to ask, what's going to change? Are the Phillies really going to be that much better? But when I look at it, I think that number one, obviously the main difference is that Gabe Kapler is not here. Gabe Kapler was part of the issue with the Philadelphia Phillies last season. I don't think he was ready for this job here, and I think that going forward, the experiences that he went through with Philadelphia is going to help him going forward in San Francisco. But that's a topic for another day because we're talking about our Phillies here. Obviously, last year, injuries really affected us as well. We hit that injury bug and it really killed us going down the stretch. In the beginning of the season, we were one of the hottest teams. We looked like a team that was destined to make the playoffs. The last two seasons, the Phillies looked really good heading into the summer. And then once those summer days started picking up, the heat started picking up, the players started dropping like flies as far as injuries go, and we just started losing this team that we had at the beginning of the year. So I believe that with the 60-game season, it's going to be beneficial for us because last year, when you think about it, halfway through the year, the team was looking good. The team was in a playoff spot. So I think that this Phillies team, the way it's constructed, they are built more for the sprint than the marathon there. The other two problems with the Phillies last year, bullpen. Obviously, the bullpen last year really was the Achilles heel for us last season. Once the starter went down, or if the starter was having a bad day, we couldn't even rely on our freaking bullpen to come in for relief for the starting position there. So I think that the key is going to be, is this Phillies pitching staff going to buy into what Brian Price is going to bring? I don't think that with what Gabe Kapler brought with this pitching staff, I don't think that was going to bring the most out of the pitching staff that we had. I think that the starting pitching is obviously still another question mark. You think about the top of the rotation, Aaron Nola. There's no change there. He's going to be your ace going forward, and obviously we're all excited. Aaron Nola is definitely one of the bright spots of this Philadelphia Phillies team. But then after that, you got to wonder, is Zach Wheeler the real deal here? I want to think so because of what we saw last season, but this is a guy who has an injury history and it only has 1 year of work there as a starting pitching. So I want to believe that he can be good, but still, it is a question mark. Jake Arrieta is another question mark. Does he still have enough in the tank there? It didn't look so promising last year, so does he have enough in the tank going forward this season to make you feel that he can be a capable third or fourth starter there in the rotation? And then after that, Vince Velasquez looked really freaking good in spring training thus far. His stuff looked really good. He looked so much more improved, and I think that him going through the bumps and bruises of a Major League Baseball season, I think he's finally learned, and he's at a mature level now that he can just go out there and just pitch his game. Obviously, his fastball really works, and he's just got to learn a couple, pitches in his arsenal. He needs to get some consistency going. Just have some fun and throw the damn ball. So I have high hopes for Vince Velasquez, and I really hope that he can solidify his spot there as a starting pitcher. Now, after that, who's it going to be? Obviously, Spencer Howard, really, the youngster, really has been able to, captivate everyone's mind here. And could he potentially be that fifth starter? I really would like to see it. Bryce Harper really is high on him and Alec Boehm. So the youngsters are definitely starting to become the future now. Crazy to think it's been a while since we've had some guys coming off to the farm system actually helping us out here. So definitely good to see. But I would definitely like to see if Spencer Howard could be that. If not, we still have Zach Eflin and Nick Pivetta. But I think after what we saw the past couple of years, I think we all can agree that I think we want to see what Spencer Howard has as that fifth starter. Now, Hector Neris, I believe, will be this closer here. He seems to be healthy. The 30-man roster that just was released today, it seems as if that he was on that roster. So more than likely, he will go forward as a closer for the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, the last issue I want to talk about is the lack of depth as far as hitting goes. Now, the Andrew McCutchen injury in the middle of the season really, I think, was the domino that made the other dominoes fall, and that's when we started hitting that decline, in my honest opinion. So, do we have enough depth behind our starters to think that, we will be okay if we have another injury like Andrew McCutchen's last season? So so to me, I'm talking about the potential backup hitters, potential pinch hitters. Now we have a DH, so that's always a good thing. But Adam Hazley, I'm looking at you. Roman Quinn, I'm looking at you. Neil Walker, I'm looking at you. Phil Gosselin, I'm looking at you as well. These are the type of guys we need to step up if we need someone to slide into the hitting lineup and get us a couple hits, couple runs there. So we will see if that happens there. I do like the starting lineup, though. It's going into 2020 season. I do like the starting lineup. Obviously, catching is it's no question. JT Realmuto will be the starting catcher. At first baseman, we'll have our boy Rhys Hoskins. At second base, I believe we'll see Scott Kingery. At shortstop, Didi Gregorius, which I really think that's going to be a big difference maker there for us. Veteran leadership, positive mindset in the locker room, in the dugout, that I think that will really help us out. At third base, Gene Segura, and then in the outfield, I believe that we will see Andrew McCutchen at left field. At center field, listen, I want it to be Adam Hazley. I want to go with the youth. I always say go with the kids, but Roman Quinn does have a little bit more experience, so I think it wouldn't really get past me that as we got commercials here, guys. Let's just skip those ads real quick. It wouldn't get past me if Roman Quinn was a starter on day one, but I think that him and Adam Hazley will switch back and forth at center field. And then on right field, it's obvious. It's Mr. Bryce Harper. Listen, the 13-year, $330 million man. This is his team, and a lot of eyeballs are really going to be on Bryce Harper. And granted, the Washington Nationals, the team that he came from, won the World Series without him. And this is a superstar. This is a top 5 player in Major League Baseball. The pressure is gonna up this year. It's gonna get hotter this year for Bryce Harper. We're a superstar player here with this team. He left the Nationals to play for this team. He needs to start win. He needs to win. He needs to rally this team. And it sucks that the pressure has to get on him. But when you get paid the way you are, and when you got the name Bryce Harper, you got to step up and perform. So that will be interesting to see. Hopefully Bryce Harper can, because obviously we know what Bryce Harper is the player, but can he step up as a leader? That's what we're going to keep our eyes out going into next season. Now, to me, the biggest X factor for your Philadelphia Phillies, don't look any further, guys. Joe Girardi. And when I look at Joe Girardi as the manager for your Philadelphia Phillies, I think about the Philadelphia Flyers. What happened this season with the Flyers? Ali Vigneault came in as the new coach for the Philadelphia Flyers, a veteran guy who's been there, who has done that, took the Vancouver Canucks to Stanley Cup Finals, took the New York Rangers to a Stanley Cup Finals. And this season with the Philadelphia Flyers, the Flyers haven't played this well in almost a decade, since Peter Laviolette's early days. So I think that Joe Girardi, a veteran guy who has been there, who has done that, almost won with the Florida Marlins, right? Sorry with the bugs here. We're outside in Brigantine, New Jersey, and the bugs do like to come out at night. But real quick, Joe Girardi won Manager of the Year with the Florida Marlins in 2008 or 2004. I'm sorry. And then with the New York Yankees, obviously, we all know what he did. He beat us in 2009, so we know him very well. I think that what he brings as far as a guy with experience, a guy who knows how to win, a guy who can bring culture, and is a guy that the players can come up and feel comfortable and talk to. And he's a professional far from none. So I think that what Joe Girardi brings to the table is really what's going to benefit this Philadelphia Phillies team. And I really feel confident with this team. The issue that lies, though, I think this team is going to be much improved than what we saw, even though it's going to be a 60-game season. I think the problem is that the rest of the division is really strong. Obviously, the Washington Nationals won the World Series, and you got to believe that they're going to come back still strong because a lot of pieces are still back. Even though, breaking news, Juan Soto, before the Yankees game, opening day, first game to kick off all the play this week, he got tested positive for the coronavirus, so that's a huge blow for the Washington Nationals. But I think they're still going to be strong. The Atlanta Braves, I think, got even stronger with this offseason. Obviously, Cole Hamels is now a freaking Brave too. That really hurts. Really hurts Cole. But I think they're a deep team. And they have won the division the past 2 seasons, and they're still a strong team. So I think the Phillies are going to be improved. But do they have enough for what it takes to beat a team like the Washington Nationals, beat a team like the Atlanta Braves? That's remained to be seen. Right now, I don't know if they do have enough to beat those teams. I think it's going to come down to the wire, that's for sure. But I don't know if the Phillies can beat out the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves. But it wouldn't be good past me. I think that they do finish in third. I think the Mets, who I think, they have some nice pieces over there up in New York. So I still think it's going to take some time, but I do like what they have. And obviously the Marlins. Man, last season it felt like we never beat the Marlins, which was it really sucked. But I still think that the Phillies are going to be a better team. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. This week has been really hectic. Dealing. If anyone out there works with technology on a day-to-day basis, you've gone through what I've gone through this week. Dealing with technology, having technological malfunctions are never ever fun. But we still got a job to do, and I still want to talk about the Phillies. So, guys, in the comments below, let us conversate. Let us talk. What are your thoughts on the Philadelphia Phillies team going forward this season? What do you think they will do? Where do you think they will finish? And what do you think is the X factor for the Phillies to have a good season here? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much again. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, as well as sharing this video and this channel to help me grow. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Ed Barcelo Philly, and I'm telling you guys to ring the damn bell. Let's go, baby. Phillies are back.